This is David Braun, and through the project of the Total Solutions for the 1004 MC Forum, I've had an opportunity to talk with some old friends and meet a lot of new friends. And what I'm finding is these appraisers are wanting a little bit more general information on the market condition analysis. And I've been running out of time talking one-on-one on the telephone, so I've decided to make a short series of videos to help the appraiser understand the market condition analysis better. So there's going to be several videos here that you can come down and click on and listen to at your own convenience. You should have listened over at the Scoop Gear site, the Introduction to AVT. That would be the first video. The second would be watching the Total Solution run, and then this series of videos, as well as three videos I made earlier entitled What is a Market, are going to be down in our user forum. So let's talk a minute about what are we trying to do with the market condition analysis. Well, the first thing we're going to do is realize that basically this is a scope of work type situation. There's a scope of work decision to make. Now, in my book, Appraising in the New Millennium, Due Diligence and Scope of Work, we talk an awful lot about that. So be aware that that book is available. Also, want to let you know a little bit about AVT's philosophies. AVT operates under the belief that there is no substitute for the neighborhood appraiser. Their knowledge of the local market is unique and cannot be duplicated by remote computer analysis. These local appraisers are hardworking and dependable. Without question, these gritty individuals will carry out their duties as long as they have the knowledge and equipment to do so. And part of AVT's role is to be sure that you have the equipment, maybe not so much the knowledge, but the equipment to do so. Now, on page 61 of the Scope of Work book, it talks about decision-making process. And basically, all decision-making process, basically the same steps. You're going to gather some data, you're going to analyze the data, you're going to choose a course of action, or basically form an opinion and conclusion. And when you're done, you should be able to have a feel of how reliable that course of action is. Now let's think about if you're going to the grocery store and you decide, well, what am I going to buy at the grocery store? I got to make a list. Well, you're going to gather related information. That's going to be what type of inventory do you have at home? Do you have eggs? Do you currently have milk? And then what's happening in the next week? Is there anything special that you got to get special food for? So basically you gather that information, then you analyze it, and then you would make your list. Okay, so let's think about maybe planning a vacation, and you're trying to decide what kind of clothes to pack. Okay, again, you're going to gather the data, and that's going to be like, where are you going, what type of activities are you going to be involved in, and probably heavily would be, what's the weather going to be there? Then you analyze that, and you would make up a list of things that you need to bring. So there's no rocket science here. What we're looking at is we're trying to make a decision about conclusions and opinions about the state of the market. What kind of shape is the subject properties market in? To do that, we've got to gather related data. Now, this is going to be past listings, listing trends, the housing absorption rates, the number of sales, and we're going to gather this information. Then we're going to analyze the data, and then we're going to come up with some opinions and conclusions. We're going to say the market has been doing bad and now it seems to be improving, or the market has been good and now it seems to be going south on us. So there's really nothing special about this. We just have to keep in mind it's just pretty well a normal decision-making process. We're going to gather the data, we're going to analyze it, and then we're going to make an opinion or conclusion about the market, and we're going to try to have some feel for how reliable is that. Now, here is a flow chart of the market condition analysis. You can see on the left, we think about valuation, we gather data. The Total Solution is the software that I sell. There are other products out there, but we're going to have some way to organize the data. Then we're going to find our conclusions. So let's go down this step by step. Identify the traits of the subject property. Identify the subject submarket. Query the data source. which is usually your MLS, export the data to a spreadsheet. That'll make it easy to analyze. If it doesn't come down in a standard spreadsheet format, then if it doesn't come down in that, then we're gonna work it till it is. We're going to kick out inappropriate records, and we're going to scrub the data if necessary. We're going to organize data into information, review the information leading to conclusions and opinions. Then we're going to form a final conclusion and opinions about the market. We're going to comment and explain about those conclusions and opinions, and we're going to print to a PDF format or find some way to incorporate this information and final report into your appraisal report. So basically, that's an overview of the market condition analysis. Now, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be talking about, in the next video, we're going to be talking about databasing, and that'll be video 4. In video 5, we're going to talk about choosing your data. You know, what data do you want to use? And number 6, we're going to talk about forming the opinions and conclusions. And in video 7, we're going to talk a little bit about how does the total solution do its calculations. So I hope this little series will be helpful to you. So please take the time to listen to some more of them. Thank you.